What are NFTs and how do they work? Did you know that you can now buy virtual art, land, and even tweets? Yes, with the help of NFTs, you can own a piece of the digital world. But what exactly are NFTs? What is their purpose? And how do they work? Non-fungible tokens, commonly known as NFTs, are creating great hype. There's the involvement of cryptocurrency, but they're different from other cryptocurrencies because they are not all the same. Each NFT is unique, like a piece of jewelry or work of art. It makes them perfect for representing digital assets, such as video game items or collectibles. But there's a lot more about NFTs. NFTs have become a popular point of discussion among those who want to start a profitable business in the digital world. They're different from other cryptocurrencies because each NFT is unique and you can't replace it with anything else. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into NFTs. We'll discuss what they are, how they work, and some of the different ways you can use them. By the end, you should have a good understanding of this new technology and how it could change how we interact with the digital world. NFTs have been around for a few years, but have recently gained popularity due to the rise of cryptocurrency prices. However, the world of NFT is far more interesting than cryptocurrency trading or any other online money-making stream. According to Financial Times and Chainalysis, there are more than 360,000 NFT holders. The total value of these NFTs owned is more than $2.7 million. There are different types of NFTs. The most common are art, land, and tweets. Similarly, there are different types of NFT marketplaces, including OpenSea, Rarible, and Mintable. NFTs allow people to own a piece of the digital world and change how we think about online assets. If you want to stay up to date on what's going on in crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on more informational videos. We can tell you what we believe are suitable investments in cryptocurrencies. However, we're not financial experts, so do your homework before putting your money into any business. Investing in cryptocurrency requires time and work, and it may be hazardous. However, if done correctly and with patience, it has the potential to turn you into the next Warren Buffett. So, here is all you need to know about NFTs and how they work. Before jumping into the main topic, you have to understand the history of NFTs, how it all started, and who was behind it. History of NFTs. It is said that the colored coins on the Bitcoin blockchain were the first non-fungible tokens. In 2012, a developer named Vitalik Buterin proposed the ERC-20 token standard. This was later improved to become the ERC-721 standard, which is used for non-fungible tokens. Coming back to the topic, those colored coins were used to represent different assets on the Bitcoin blockchain. The idea was very good, but it had a lot of problems. Later in 2014, a platform was built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain. Since then, we've witnessed the birth of thousands of NFT initiatives that have achieved enormous success. The NFT realm has transformed many lives and continues to influence the new world of Web 3.0, from People's 69 million NFT auction piece to the Bored Ape Yacht Club collection. Creating an NFT is becoming easier by the day. NFTs are here to stay and will play a significant role in the art world's future. As we move away from the period of innovation, experimentation, and incredible explosion, there are countless chances and limitless possibilities for the future of NFTs now that they're in the mainstream realm. NFTs seized the globe by storm in 2021, ushering in a digital creative revolution and becoming one of the year's fastest rising asset classes. So, that's how NFT came into existence. But what actually are these non-fungible tokens? For this, you have to understand the terms fungible and non-fungible. What is fungible? Fungible means that two things are equal and can be exchanged for each other. For example, if you have $10, it is equal to 10 $1 bills. So, if you have $10, you can exchange it for 10 $1 bills without decreasing or increasing the overall value. Similarly, if we talk about digital assets, two Bitcoins are equal and can be exchanged for each other. In short, fungible assets, whether physical or digital assets, are interchangeable with other assets of the same type. What is non-fungible? Non-fungible, on the other hand, means that two things are not equal and cannot be exchanged for each other. In the real world, consider your dog as an example. Now, you can't exchange your dog with another person's dog because each dog is unique. They may have the same breed, but they're not exactly equal. The same goes for digital assets. Whether it's a video, an image, or a piece of land in the virtual world, each one of these is unique and cannot be replaced by another digital asset. And these digital assets are called NFTs. People are spending a lot of money on these NFTs, but the question is, why? Well, it's because of the subjective value of NFTs. It will not be wrong to say that subjective value is what makes NFTs so valuable. Here is how the subjective value part works. Any person in the NFT community is responsible for the worth of NFTs. Let's take an example of an art piece to make it easier for you. As long as the NFT community considers that art piece worth $1 million, it will retain its worth. That's the reason why the Super Bowl card of Gronkowski is worth USD 1.8 million. An NFT is an asset with a unique identifier. It means that each NFT is different from the other and has its own value. Compared to a physical asset, an NFT is more like a digital file and turns out to be more secure and profitable. It's because NFTs work on blockchain technology, which is known for its excellent security. Also, it allows the owner to have full control over the asset. These are some factors that increase the subjective value of NFTs. How do NFTs work? Now that you know what NFTs are and what makes them valuable, it's time to understand how they work. As we have discussed before, NFTs are digital assets with unique identifiers. These identifiers can be in the form of hashes generated using cryptographic algorithms. When you buy an NFT, you are actually buying a cryptographic key that gives you ownership of that digital asset. To understand this concept better, let's take the example of a website. When you buy a website, you're actually buying the domain name. The domain name is your cryptographic key that verifies your ownership of that website. Similarly, when you buy an NFT, you buy a cryptographic key verifying your ownership of that digital asset. The best thing about NFTs is that they're stored on the blockchain, which is a distributed ledger, so it becomes impossible for anyone to tamper with the data stored on that blockchain. As a result, you can be sure that your NFT is completely secure and no one can take it away from you. How to create NFTs. We will not go into the steps deeply because the video will become lengthy, so we'll try to keep it as short as possible. First, you must decide on whatever unique digital item you wish to convert into an NFT. It may be a one-of-a-kind digital object, such as a bespoke painting, photograph, or piece of music. The rarity provides an NFT value. After then, the process of minting it into an NFT may begin. To begin, decide the blockchain technology you'd like to use for your NFT. Set up your digital wallet to build your NFT since you'll need cryptocurrencies to fund your initial investment. Then you must select an NFT marketplace. To pick a suitable platform for your NFT, you'll need to examine each NFT marketplace. It's also worth noting that specific markets want their coinage. The final step in the NFT minting process is deciding how to monetize your NFT. Buying and selling NFTs. NFTs are bought with cryptocurrency. To buy and sell NFTs, you must join an NFT marketplace like OpenSea. Here's a quick guide on how to buy and sell NFTs on OpenSea. To engage in most OpenSea transactions, a Bitcoin wallet is required. After linking your crypto wallet, go to your profile where members of the community may see your acquired NFTs. You'll now browse the marketplace and maybe make a purchase. Certain ads will have a buy now option, but others will allow you to make an offer to the seller. When you click Make an Offer, you can choose the amount you are prepared to pay and the expiration date. Following the completion of the exchange, the NFT is deposited into your wallet and shown under the Collected tab on your profile page. For selling an NFT, you have to create one first. Now go to your profile on OpenSea and list it for sale. You'll have to perform a series of simple steps before you can list your NFT there. When someone purchases it, you'll get paid in the form of cryptocurrency. If you'd like to know more about generating additional income with NFTs in the metaverse, please check out the video in the top right corner. I'll also leave a link in the description below. What is the future of NFTs? The metaverse is a rapidly expanding industry. The job environment is shifting due to digital transformation and the use of blockchain technology. More individuals are already working on NFTs, blockchains, and cryptocurrencies than ever before, and this trend will continue. The potential of blockchain and NFTs to verify digital ownership will function as an economic incentive for adoption, bringing more transparency to the digital domain. NFTs have worked as the groundwork for digital communities, economies, and assets since the online world transitioned from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. The future of NFTs looks bright, but this world is unpredictable. You get to see a lot of unexpected inventions that beat the previous ones. The capacity of NFTs to foster community and give access to benefits both online and in person makes them an ideal tool. The intricacy of using NFTs and Metaverse will increase as they evolve, and interoperability across Metaverse will be as crucial as their value in real life. The fact is that the NFT market will develop and grow as more individuals use it. As a result, we must make the NFT journey less complicated and more identifiable by continual education from providers in mainstream media. If you're new to crypto and NFTs and don't know much about NFTs, crypto, or the metaverse, be sure to check out our video on Is Solana a Good Long-Term Investment? In this video, we explored Solana with its strong and weak points to conclude whether it is a good long-term investment or not. I'll also leave a link in the description below. Let us know in the comment section if you are already into crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse. Have you ever created, bought, or sold an NFT? If yes, feel free to share your experience, as it'll help others make wise decisions. That was it from our side. Thank you so much for sharing your precious time and watching the video this far till the end. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.